Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Woody Woodpecker in Crazy Castle 5 for the Game Boy Advance. We are finally on the home stretch of this series. And as you can see, everything's a little more advanced. The graphics, the music, the controls. I'll mention that eventually. And instead of the Looney Tunes license, which Kemco no longer has for this game, no longer had, I should say, this game was from 2002. Instead, we now have Woody Woodpecker because Kemco couldn't get anybody else. This is the 6th game overall in the Crazy Castle series, following Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle for NES, Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle for the Game Boy, and the sequels 2, 3, and 4 for Game Boy and Game Boy Color. And the first few games were alright, but when I played 4 felt like it was really long in the tooth. And it kind of makes me worry about how the 5th portable entry in the series is. I mean, everything looks nice and everything, but does it hold up? Is it a good game? We're gonna find out. So, we might as well go ahead and play the game. We also have the credits. We can erase our data because the game actually saves your progress. You don't have passwords to deal with anymore, thankfully. And there's a multiplayer mode. I will check this out on my own time and see if this can be played at all and shown off. Otherwise, I won't even bother. For now, let's just go ahead and play. And we could load a game, or even start a new game. But there's actually a tutorial for this. And I'll go ahead and show it off. There we go. Explore and find the 8 keys in the treasure rooms. Then find the final door to complete the level. Press left or right to walk. Quickly press again to run. So, left and right let you move around. And if you double tap left or right, you can run in that direction. Peck at it by quickly tapping the A button. This will let you peck blocks. You can't peck the metal ones, if you can peck the one that we're about to approach. To slide to the bottom, press down twice on the control pad. So you can climb up and down with up and down respectively if need be. But pressing down or double tapping down lets you do this. A small heart to keep you going. You have 3 hearts in the upper left-hand corner. You run out of those, you lose a life. Don't lose all your lives because that's game over if you do. If you see a door, press up on the control pad to enter the room. I know that these controls are mostly the same from the other Crazy Castle games, but I might as well go ahead and mention them all the same. Open a chest and find a surprise. Just like in Crazy Castle 3 onwards. I mean, after all, this may be your first Crazy Castle ever. You need to collect 8 keys to unlock the final door. And the final door will look different from the rest of the doors. So you just walk up to a chest and you'll open it. Just stay there and you'll collect what's inside. Press left or right on the control pad to turn while leaping. So if you fall onto this cloud, you can change the direction you go. Press up and right on the control pad to move up a slope. So yeah, you have to move up diagonally with the D-pad in order to go up slopes this time around. You can't just hold up anymore. And that nets us our second key. Press left or right to walk. Chris, you could... Well, thanks for the reminder there, Mother Nature. Yes, that is Mother Nature. That actually is her name. We'll be mentioning the story after we do this. That pink cloud is moving. We will have to time our movements carefully in order to use that. And it's also not a trampoline, it's a platform. And we will have to use this platform, this cloud platform, this greenish looking cloud to get up here. And we can move left and right on these to shimmy, which is a wonderful thing. Just walk into them and Woody will take care of the rest. And there's another door. We might as well go in there. Uh-oh. We have 2 chests. You can only open one of them. Also, one of them may be a mimic. Let's see what happens to the one on the right. Well, we found a gun. Use the plunger gun to clean up enemies. If you miss, you can pick it up and try again. It will run into a wall. Oh, and use the R button to select an item in your inventory. So you can just have nothing. Or you can press R to actually have something equipped. And I believe you have to use B to use it. And we can pick it up again. I like that that little block is there to let you do that. To look around, hold the A button while crouched, then press in any direction on the control pad. So you can hold down the crouch if you're not near a ladder, and you can hold A to look around the general vicinity. You have a limited range of vision, though. Now, if you pause, you can either quit the game, resume the level, and unpause, or you can choose the map. The map lets you see what's going on everywhere, though there will be no music playing. Let's resume. Oh, and if you're wondering how I let go of the vine above me, just press down on the D-pad and you'll let go and drop down. Useful when you're surrounded by enemies. Anyway, let's go ahead and look around and see what else we need to do. Well, this moves up and down, but not much else. Avoid the steam. That will hurt you. Get your timing right to avoid the steam. We know. I just explained it, game. And that's the final door. You need all 8 keys to open that. You must collect all 8 keys to open the final door. Very well then. Let's go ahead and open this door and get our 6th key. So this is pretty pleasant so far. We haven't seen any enemies yet until now. Wriggle left and right to escape the spider's clutches. This will save you from losing a hit point. And also there's nothing there, so there's no reason to go into that little corner. Let's carry on. There's our 7th key. Yeah, be ready to look around and see what you can and can't interact with. You'd be surprised. Great, now find the final door. We've already found it, we just need to get to it and open it. The music changes when you get all the keys, and Woody reminds you to find the final door. Press up or down on the control pad to move to another level. So, doors leading to treasure and doors leading to other areas will be markedly different. If you see the stairs, you press up. If you don't see the stairs, you press down. Also, the music does act a little funny when you have all the keys. Use this fairy power to transform by pressing select. You don't need to use this, but you might as well. And by pressing select, we get some magical powers. I have no idea what this does. Oh! Well, apparently that jetpack is useful for something. Yeah, this is a jetpack form, and if you hold B, you can rocket all the way up, which I find rather interesting. Yeah, you just have no control over how high you go. You just press it once and you go all the way up, which I find rather strange, but what can you do? We haven't seen everything here yet. I want to see what else there is that can be done. And we can break that. Can we go down this? We can. There's another heart. We can bounce over here. And I want to go down here to go to a specific room. Uh-oh. Watch out for mimic chests. They bite. The chest on the right, yeah, it wiggled. Pay attention to chests sometimes, because if they wiggle, they're a mimic. And if you open a mimic chest, it will bite you and you will lose one of your hit points. Instead, open the one that's not wiggling. You'll actually get something out of it. So now that that's all taken care of, we can go ahead and use the map. We can look around here. I don't think there's really anything else to really worry about. There's the final door. And if you press L, you can go use the map function without having to pause, which is very nice. So you have a shorthand way of using that as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and use our jetpack power to make it a little easier to get up here. The powers are pretty interesting, to say the least, and uh-oh. Well, we have this. I'm surprised it hasn't run out. You think this would be limited time only, but it isn't. Very strange. And by pressing up on the final door with all 8 keys, we've completed the stage. And we're back at the title screen. So, now that we've taken care of that, I could erase the data, but why? Instead, I'm just going to start a new game instead of load. Once again, you do have battery backup instead of passwords for this game in the series. Kind of makes me wish that there were more, but sadly this was the last one. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin. And there's that fairy from the tutorial again. And there's Woody's house. And Woody Woodpecker's asleep. Woody, wake up! We have a terrible problem. Wake up, Woody, come on! Just how long do you plan on sleeping? Rise and shine! Huh? Oh, Mother Nature! Good morning! Save it, Woody. I need to ask you a favor, Woody. But first, please watch this. It was just another typical tranquil day when, without any warning, monsters appeared and enslaved all the inhabitants in our peaceful world. They captured the legendary Crazy Castle and made it their home. That's terrible. Wait a minute. You're not going to ask me to take care of those monsters, are you? That's exactly what I am going to ask, Woody. In exchange, we will give you the treasure of Crazy Castle. Don't fall for it. It's going to be Lola Bunny again. Crazy Castle in the world of the fairies. The legendary castle. Now inhabited by the monsters. Wait a minute. The treasure in Crazy Castle, did you say? It would all be mine. The treasure in the legendary castle. Yes, we get it! Of the fairies. That's got to be a fantastic treasure for sure. I would have it all to myself. Don't worry, Mother Nature. I'll go to Crazy Castle and send those monsters packing. Oh, I'm so happy, Woody. Okay, let's go. But how? Watch. Also, what in the world is Instinct brand calendars? And we've been sucked into the TV. And our niece and nephew are here. I wonder where Uncle Woody went. He was here just a minute ago. Why would he leave in such a hurry? I'm hungry. Why do I have the feeling this is going to factor into the story somehow? Mother Nature, is this the world of the fairies? No, this is the in-between world that exists between your home and our fairy world. This world is the entrance to the elemental worlds that represent the 5 elements found in nature. Elemental worlds? That's right. Let me explain. This is Wind World. This is Wood World. This is Water World. This is Fire World. This is Sand World. Before you can reach the fairy world in Crazy Castle, you must first free all 5 of these elemental worlds. Does that mean that there are monsters in each of the worlds? Exactly. The boss of each world lives inside a castle. Now, let's kick the monsters out of Sand World. And that's where we're going to begin. That is our first world out of 5. Well, Woody, good luck. We're all counting on you. And this is Sand World. We now get to enter Sand World by pressing A. And we can't go anywhere else at the moment. And we have 5 lives to start Sand Stage 1 with. So I'm going to play this first stage. And before I do that, I will mention a couple things. One, just like with the rest of the Crazy Castle games, I will be playing this without any practice runs. So any reactions that you see out of me are going to be real. It's more fun that way. Even if Crazy Castle 4 was Crazy Castle 4, I'm still not going to forget how annoying it was to get through that level anytime soon. That game anytime soon. And 2, I'm going to keep all these subsequent videos to at least 20 minutes. Just to make things a little more bite-sized and more manageable. Though that didn't really go well with 4. Let's hope that the levels are a little better in this game. Anyway, we can now press A to enter Sand Stage 1. And now it's time to... Oh, this is Sand World. Get ready to fight. This is a puzzle platformer. Not sure why Mother Nature or anybody would say that in a Crazy Castle game, but well, here we are. And we can peck this jar with A if we get close enough. Nothing. And you can abandon the level, but why would we? That's the only thing new for the pause menu there. But other than that, our pause options are mostly the same. Now to go through all these little doors and try to get everything. And we should pay attention to the chests. I know this is early days here, but again, we were made aware of the mimics in the tutorials, so that's reason enough. And what happens if we go up here? I'm not seeing chests wiggle yet, so we have hope in that department. And we can climb on that, and we can stand on that. And thankfully, Woody Woodpecker cannot break his legs and injure himself. So you can go ahead and take those falls from a high height at great risk, if you want to. And thankfully, you can walk that gap. You won't fall if you do. It probably looks like you can fall, but you can't. It is possible to have the key come out of the chest, but you can walk it away from the chest before it gets to you. Can I? No, I can't. That was a slightly wider gap. Also, this awning will send us higher if we stand in the middle of it. And sadly, you cannot double tap up to climb a ladder faster. The game does not let you do that. So I do want to drop down here. Okay. Alright. Let us climb up these stairs and get over here. Haven't seen any enemies yet. I'm kind of surprised. Is there any place that we have yet to go before I exit this level? It doesn't seem that way. I just need to find the final door, and it's going to be right there. So we can just... there's platforms right there. Nice. We can... go over here if need be. There are areas where there can be flying carpets and everything, but we haven't seen them yet. Also, there's the door, though we could have just as easily gotten there just by climbing up and then dropping down right here. And we have completed our first level. Do you wish to overwrite your old game? Yes. I will be playing a brand new game, replacing the one that I did for Try It Out Tuesday. And I'll be playing these levels, at least the ones that I did try out, all over again, and then going in blind from there. So, we've got a taste of what the game has in store for us with Stand Stage 1. And we're got to get more of a taste of what the game can do with Stand Stage 2. But that will have to wait until the next video. So, join me next time where we play more of Sand World. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!